Mario has been taken, and now Luigi is coming to his rescue. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you are looking for a ransom, I can tell you that I don't have a coins. But what I do have are a particular set of skills. Skills that I have acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my brother go now, that will be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will jump on your head. The game starts out promising enough. There is a title screen that is actually pretty funny. Then Luigi shows up to a castle riding Yoshi. At first it seems like this is going to be a Super Mario World style game. Then you enter a warp pipe and suddenly everything goes downhill. When you first arrive in a town, you get a fax from the mayor telling you that you need to find 3 stolen cultural artifacts, because Luigi is carrying a portable fax machine, and the mayor somehow knew that he was coming, even though Luigi himself did not. In fact, Luigi has no idea what town he is in, so you must ask people. Sometimes they straight up tell you, other times they give you riddles. Then you are supposed to ask random passers-by about the item so that you can take it back to where it belongs. Unfortunately, most of the people around town give very little useful info. It is usually faster and easier to collect all 3 items, visit the cultural site systematically, and just guess at the trivia questions. The people running the ticket booth of a landmark will not take back the cultural artifacts unless you can answer trivia questions about them. That is how they identify them, not by looking at them. Here, I brought back the dome St. Joseph's Oratory. Well, several people have claimed to be bringing it back. You'll need to prove it. Well, here is a giant dome that fits perfectly on your roof. Look familiar? No, you need to prove it by answering this question. The second biggest dome in the world is St. Joseph's? That's right. Now I know this is the real dome. Here's $2,000. So theoretically, you could give them anything and receive the reward as long as you can answer the question correctly. The game uses the basic Super Mario Bros. Control scheme, but tacks on some new functions that don't really work all that well. A box at the top of the screen shows which function is currently active. You constantly have to change functions, and you have to stop moving to do so. One of the functions is speaking, which you use so often that it should have been assigned to the B button. Sometimes Luigi has trouble changing streets, and sometimes he cannot move for a second after arriving at a new street. Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, and the Koopa Troopas all look great, but the new characters don't fit the Mario Bros. Art style at all. Each city looks different, but they don't really look like the city that they are representing. Each city also has the same group of people, all of which speak English. Even in Nairobi, there isn't a single black person. What do you have to say about it, kid that says that's racist?
That's racist!
I agree, kid that says that's racist. I agree. The game uses a couple established Mario Brothers tunes, but mostly uses new music. Some of it isn't that bad, but most of it is terrible. The sound effects are pretty weak. They're not even as good as the original Super Mario Bros. There is no challenge to the game at all, other than forcing yourself to continue playing it. I usually refrain from showing anything from the end of a game, but in this case I will make an exception. Enemies cannot hurt you, not even the final boss. Bowser has sent his minions to steal cultural artifacts. His plan is to then sell those artifacts and use the money to buy millions of hairdryers, which he will then use to melt Antarctica and flood the planet. Seriously, that is his plan. So maybe it's not so bad that Nintendo keeps using the Save the Princess storyline after all. Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi were on their way to Bowser's Antarctic base to stop him when Mario was kidnapped. Luigi has reached Bowser's castle, but the only way he can get into Bowser's lair is by taking warp pipes to different cities, and then returning the artifacts, because reasons. The Koopa thieves are still hanging around the cities with their stolen goods. but apparently the police have no interest in trying to catch them. Also, Yoshi will leave a city via warp pipe, but will only travel to one on foot. So I can only conclude that the story of this game takes place over the course of several decades, with the penniless Luigi living on the streets, waiting for Yoshi to arrive. Although Bowser is on the cover, and plays a big part in the story, he never appears in the actual game. Wait a minute. Is that supposed to be Bowser? Oy vey. Mario is Missing fails as a Mario game, and as an educational tool. This game is for collectors only.